Well, I must say how much I have missed you all terribly. And since
I missed you too, Kyle.
I don't know if you guys saw in the chat yet, but I'm having some issues with NonBot. YouTube, I guess, figured out that there were ways of some people use that same program to get super chats through Streamlabs, and I guess they figured that out. And so for some reason, my script is being blocked, but I'm trying to work around that. So since we couldn't have NonBot through the chat, I just brought NonBot onto the show tonight. So if ever I speak in all caps or say anything that you don't like, just feel free to take your wrench and boot me off.
Yeah. I'm the all caps queen.
You are. You definitely are.
I am.
But hey, Casey, how are you?
Hi, can I take my get up off now?
Yes, you can.
Oh my God, this string though, we had to make it so tight. Now I can't get it off.
Well, you're just gonna have to. You're just stuck with it then. Just stuck with it. By the way, we're going to talk a little bit about Faithless Form this weekend. I must say that it was definitely noticed that you and Godless Engineer weren't there.
Oh yeah.
We missed you terribly.
We missed you guys too. It was really disappointing that we didn't get to come this year. I had a midterm exam. I'm almost finished with my master's, and I had a midterm exam that I had to take, and so we just couldn't make it. So.
Let's go through a couple of highlights from this weekend. I was a part of a panel, and I also moderated a panel. The panel that I was a part of, we were talking about conversations with theists, things that should or should not be platformed, if having certain conversations were harmful. And in between those, Drew, genetically modified skeptic, did a sort of a game where he brought people on and he let audience members interview, or we were to interview the audience members, right? And we had to wear these these really crazy get-ups while we did it. And I don't know if I am convinced now that there actually may be proof that a God does exist. And here's why. Someone up there is really fucking with me. I'll tell you why. Now, Seth Andrews, who is an amazing person, he was there as well. Just that guy is, I can't say enough how much that guy is amazing. I mean, he was just unbelievable. And they had him read mean comments that were left on each of our respective channels. And of course,
John
everyone
did that
knows.
Last year.
Oh, did he?
Well, that's John's activity. The reason Seth did it this year is because we couldn't be there. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I will say this, that he read 5 of everybody's mean comments, and the audience had to kind of guess where we were going. And I had already earlier in the day said that the meanest thing that's ever been said to me was the discount garden gnome thing.
Right.
Of course, that was one of my the things that I submitted. And when Seth got to where he was reading that, he read it. And there's nothing like hearing Kyle is a discount garden gnome with Seth Andrews' voice. I mean, it almost made it okay. It almost made it okay for a second. But he then said, no one should take a picture of this up here, because they had it on big screen. No one should take a picture of this and tweet it at Kyle. That would just be a horrible thing to do. Right. Well, so the meme was already there. It was already a big joke about Kyle being a discount garden gnome. And then we go to do this thing with Drew, and we're sitting up there, and I picked out the thing that I was going to give to my partner, the audience member, who was actually Susan from American Atheist. She's wonderful too.
Yes.
So I put the first one that she was going to wear on. Dave, if you'll show this. I just put this on for just to be funny. So here I am as a minion, and then she goes to pick mine out, and Dave.
We did. So Kyle doesn't know that yet, but on the second Flatterday night fight, since we didn't have a second co-host, we put this picture in the box next to GE. So
great.
You were there.
Well, it was picked out at random.
And
I
I
got the gnome.
said discount garden gnome, and then I put 50% off underneath it.
Yeah, it was really cute.
That was probably one of my favorite moments through that game, because it was me, Drew, and Holy Kool-Aid from the audience, all three just roasting each other for 10 minutes. I mean, it was balls to the wall. We were getting you'll see that coming up soon. I will have the footage. You'll get to see. Nice. That's epic.
So this is from last year. Same activity you're talking about, where they're interviewing, and Tate, who has a channel now, didn't last year. He picked this out for John. It's actually a little girl's tutu, and I mean, you all know John. He can't wear that, so it went on his head.
Right. Yeah.
He can't wear that.
I believe her name. I believe I saw the name Erica or something for the super chat. It now says the message was retracted, but thank you for the super chat. I'll read those as we go along. We're going to be doing where you guys call in. By the way, the number down at the bottom, 1-818-921-3838. And because honestly, I'm still playing catch up from this weekend. It was a crazy, exhausting weekend, and I haven't put a solid schedule together yet. So we're just going to be chatting tonight. Go ahead, Casey.
We're winging it.
Yeah, we're totally winging it. Kuyasa says, welcome back, Kyle. While you were away, Mr. Atheist Jimmy said, you are our daddy. Is that true? Are you our daddy? Jimmy and I talked about going on to Maury. We were going to do that, but we just decided that it wouldn't be a good look, especially letting you guys know in such shocking form. But yes, I am your daddy. I actually kind of like saying that. I'm your daddy. I'm your daddy.
It kind of makes me a little uncomfortable.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna tell a story here in a few minutes. We're gonna run through real quick a couple clips from this past weekend. It was a great weekend. There's nothing like everybody knows the story about how I started like getting doubt when I was coming out of Christianity, that Arden was the one to sort of spark that. There's nothing like being at an airport and having your hero essentially come and scoop you up. And then I just mentioned to him, we were going to go back to the hotel and meet everybody else. And we were driving on the highway, and I said, one of the one places that I've always wanted to visit is here in Dallas. And he said, what is that? And I said, I've always wanted to see Dealey Plaza, where JFK was shot. And he's such a cool guy that he was just like, well, fuck it, you're here, let's go. And he went straight to Dealey Plaza, toured me around, showed me where the school book depository is. So just a wonderful person, and it's really cool when
They have a bus tour. Telltale and John and I did the bus tour last year, and they take you on the actual path that his limousine went, or his car went. They take you through that whole thing, and they tell you all the history of the day. And then they take you on, after JFK gets shot, they tell you where they show you the direction they drive off to go to the hospital. But then they take you on the, why am I blanking on the guy who shot him? What's his name?
Booth.
John Wilkes Booth.
Yes. They take you on the path. Lee Harvey Oswald, that guy. So they take him on the path that, where he went and what he did. And they show you his house where he lived. Yeah. And it was a really interesting bus tour.
That's cool. If I would have thought about it, I don't know why it just hit me going down the highway, but I would have probably liked to do something like that, but I didn't have it planned in. But it was just really cool. And then we went to go eat the ghost pepper crabs. You can check out the stories on YouTube or Twitter for that. And Aaron eating the super hot ghost pepper sauce. Cirrus did too, and it didn't phase Cirrus one bit. So we're going to start with, if you didn't notice on Sunday, I was a part of, we went to the ACA. I was on Talk Heathen. We filmed some things for the Atheist Vanguard that's going to be coming out shortly too. And everybody at the ACA, just amazing people. Everyone there works hard. They have a whole team to make sure that you're comfortable, you know what you're doing. They're a class act. And I wanted to show you guys a clip, if you haven't seen it, from one of my favorite parts of being on there. And as many of you know, Mr. ID is a well-known name around here. He pops in every now and then. And he called in on Talk Heathen when me, Aaron, and Jamie were on. So let's see what Mr. ID had to say.
Own description, it doesn't.
You cannot accept it. No
No,
problem.
no, it's not that I don't accept it. It's that it really doesn't. You said land-based things. No, it
Yeah.
doesn't. It talks about beasts, and it talks about creeping things, and it talks about a number.
Yeah.
These are all different land-based things.
Yeah.
And you just said that birds were. You
Agree.
just said that every species of bird was the same kind, but the Bible says there's many different kinds of birds, so they can't be the same kind because the Bible says you're wrong.
No.
Edgar, this is not going well.
Are you going to believe in your own fairy tales or not?
There's,
If your fairy tales tell you that there are many different kinds of, hold on, no,
you live in a fairy tale, not me.
no.
Edgar, no.
Okay.
No.
So let me.
You're
let
the
me-
one that believes in magic spells and talking animals and necromancy and sorcery and enchantments and curses and all
hold
that.
on. Let me
boy.
play
Oh, boy.
as fabulous a moderator as I can here. Sorry, I let that go a little bit because I couldn't stop a train of Aaron if I wanted to.
No, you can't. I know from experience.
So here, let's focus in as much as we can on one specific question, which is, you've said that the Bible says that, or you've said, well, okay. So I'm being told that we are running out of time.
I can't even just for a very quick.
Oh, okay,
specific
cool.
reason.
Here, hold on,
First
Mr.
of all,
ID.
Hi, Edgar.
Hi, Kyle. Hi, how are you?
I'm much better than I think you are.
Oh, thank you. That's good. When I open my,
I just wanted to ask you, Edgar. You've told me that you are going to be coming out with the response to the Phylogeny Challenge very soon. When can we expect
Yes.
an update on that?
well, actually, the reason why I call, supposed to be, I'll be calling you, but you don't have this kind of, like this one. So I just shared, I have already published my science book for answer for the Phylogeny Challenge.
You have a
Already
science
published.
book.
And he's already published it.
Well, hey,
in
That's what I
Texas
called it.
or
no, there
Who
we
is
go.
your publisher?
That's all I need to know.
the state of Texas?
Sorry, Aaron. Sorry, Aaron. It's over.
Right. Yeah, sorry. So, Mr. Intelligent Design, because it may not call back next week, because I think that this conversation might be able to go somewhere, because I'm in.
But you've got quite an audience. Look at the people listening to you right now.
All for you, all for you, Edgar.
So, Edgar, if I may.
Okay, Dave. So if you haven't, if you didn't see that episode, make sure that you go and watch it. It was a fantastic episode. It had Holy Kool-Aid, Shannon Q, Alex from Cosmic Skeptic, Paulogia. Just a really, really, really good time. Matt Dillahunty made an appearance at the very end. So really cool episode. I enjoyed my time there. Fantastic. Now, some of you I saw commenting on the fact that I was sort of dressed down from my usual getup, and no one there recognized me in the hat. I had to literally reintroduce myself to everyone. There was one person that was standing there the entire time, and I made a comment about something that had happened the night before, and she looked at me like, "How do you like?" And then she said, "Oh, Kyle." And yes, now there's a very specific reason I'm wearing that hat. Okay, I'm about to share a very personal story with you guys because we're like family, right? We tell each other things that we wouldn't normally tell anyone else. So Saturday night, there was an after party at this beautiful place called Kona. They had the entire place rented out. Hundreds of people there. Everybody's excited. I was given probably 6 glasses of wine by people buying shots. Team Skeptic came. He showed up and was buying everyone.
Skeptic.
Yeah, he's great. He's fantastic. He was buying everybody shots. Long story short, and everybody knows I don't really drink all that much, right? Like I don't drink regularly. You saw that weekend that I was with you guys. It took me 2 glasses of wine to be, really good.
Oh yeah.
So
I was actually a little surprised because I expected you to drink the whole bottle and be like, "Let's get more," and it wasn't like that.
yeah, so I was a little drunk, and I was a lot drunk Saturday night. So me and Paulogia and Shannon we all go back together, and we're in the hotel, or we're entering the hotel, and I remember seeing Jamie from Talk Heathen, the president of the ACA. We say, what's up to Jamie? And the three of us get into the elevators. Me, Paula, Gia, and Shannon. We're going up to the room. Now, I'm on the 5th floor. They're on the 6th floor. And so I get off on the 5th floor, hug both of them, good night, like, see you tomorrow. And I make it to my room. And I go in my room, and I take off my belt, and I lay my belt on the bed. At that point, the lights go out. There's nothing after that. I don't remember a thing after that. Now, fast forward about 2 hours, and it's around 3:30 or 4 in the morning. I come to, I'm in Walmart.
That's never a good sign. Coming to in Walmart.
I have a shopping cart. I have a large shopping cart with a pack of gummy bears right in the middle of the cart. And in my right hand, I'm holding that red hat. So I buy the hat and the gummy bears. I just take that as a sign. If there's an instance where you are in a blackout drunken state. Now, I remember when I was younger, you get blackout drunk, you want to keep partying, you want to go to strip clubs, you want to do something fun. I guess I'm so old now that my brain goes, you know what you need right now? Walmart.
Yep,
and
you go to Walmart.
I didn't go anywhere else because I looked at Uber the next day, and on a $4 ride to Walmart, I tipped the guy $20. So either I pissed him off or I really liked him. One of those two. And
so when you were here, and it was after dinner, after our like reception dinner and whatever, and I called you and I was like, where are you at? You know where you were? Walmart. Remember, we picked you up at Walmart to go to Best Buy.
Why? You know what? I bet you I can call Russian Vids and he'll be able to tell me of some conspiracy where Walmart controls people's minds.
Yeah.
You know what? And I think the only thing keeping me from going earlier was the fact that I had my belt on. For some reason, the waves are stopped by, oh no.
It keeps popping back and forth.
It should be fine now. I restarted it.
So yeah, that happened. That's why I was wearing a hat. I figured that. Oh, that's the temple. We're getting there.
It'll be there in a second.
Love it.
They're hilarious. I love them.
They are. They're so funny. It was so much fun. And I'm going to do a couple seconds of these too. We're going to go through these pretty quickly so we can get to the calls. But Aaron took us to this temple on Friday for dinner. It was a very, very ironic, a group of atheists going to a temple to have dinner. But it was a beautiful place. Dave, you show a couple seconds of that? So here we are outside of the
Twitter, YouTube, and Periscope.
Prophet of Zod.
At me.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Awesome.
So we're walking into a
Solve my
fast
social
forward.
media meeting
Fast forward,
today.
like
we're walking into a temple.
Yeah, right here.
Onward.
We were there. We know.
Were you there?
We've lost our way. We must find the true path.
There's Eric
And Aaron.
Yep, Cosmic Skeptic.
I need the evidence before I take a leap.
There's a Telltale Atheist. But we couldn't find the door to
Take two.
Oh, you walked all the way around the building because you couldn't find how to get
Yep,
in?
Kool-Aid and Rachel Oaks.
There's Holy Kool-Aid and Rachel Oaks. Christina Rad.
Oh, there's Dan, Objectively Dan.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so keep going.
Okay, Dave. You can stop that. By the way, Christina Rad, amazing on her panel. I mean, amazing on her panel. When it goes up, you guys need to watch it and see her appearance. She was amazing. But it was really good. It was really odd, kind of surreal being around the people that you watch all the time. Like I remember when I first got to the hotel, the first person that I saw was Telltale. And he started talking, and I just had to close my eyes and imagine a blue piece of blueprint paper and